From Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, we bid you welcome to Reds baseball. The Reds and Bill Burton's Astros begin a two-game series at Riverfront Stadium tonight, a series that will wrap up this homestand for John McNamara's ball club. And to call this series a must-series for the Reds is really understating the issue. The Reds begin play 4.5 games behind both Houston and Los Angeles as right-hander Mario Soto goes to the mound against 16-game winner Joe Niekro. Starting lineups for the Astros, leading off at second base, Joe Morgan. Hitting second at third base, Enos Cabell. Terry Poole will play right field and bat third. Hitting fourth in left field, Jose Cruz. Batting fifth in center field, Cesar Cedeno. Hitting number 6 at first base, Denny Walling. Alan Ashby will catch and bat seventh. Hitting number 8 for the Astros at shortstop, Craig Reynolds, and batting ninth and pitching, right-hander Joe Niekro. Again for Houston, it's Morgan at second base, Cabell at third base, and Poole in right field. Cruz in left field, Cedeno in center field, Walling at first base, with Ashby catching, Reynolds at shortstop, and Niekro pitching. For the Reds, Dave Collins will lead it off. He'll be in center field. Ken Griffey will play right field and bat second. Dave Concepcion at shortstop will bat third. Hitting fourth in left field, George Foster. Danny Dreesen will be at first base, batting fifth. Hitting number 6, the catcher, Johnny Bench. Ray Knight will bat seventh and play third base. Hitting eighth at second base, Ron Oster. And batting ninth, the Reds pitcher, right-hander Mario Soto. Once more for the Reds, it's Collins in center field, Griffey in right field, and Concepcion at shortstop. Foster in left, Dreesen at first base, Bench catching, with Knight at third, Oster at second, and Soto on the mound. Niekro kicks and he throws. Foster swings, drive, right center field, hit it well, got a chance, out of here. Foster hits home run number 23 to get the scoring underway, and boy, I'll tell you, that ball jumped off of his bat.
Niekro, the stretch, the pitch. Knight swings, fly ball, deep left field, going back, and that one is in. Ray Knight, his third grand slam of the year, and the Reds take a 5-0 lead. So we got our wish. Ray Knight's third grand slam home run of the year. Ray, his 4th career grand slam, and they want him to come out of the dugout. The fans on their stand, on their feet here at Riverfront, and Raymond, you better walk out there so we can get the game going. What a big hit by Ray Knight. Boy, was any doubt about it at all, and they're still on their feet, and now Ray walks out, tips his hat, and we can get on with things.
1-1 pitch to Concepcion, a bouncing ball off the glove of Enos Cabell and down the left field line. He tried to bounce, short hop it. Here's Cruz's throw to second. Davies in standing. He grounds one by the diving Cabell. It glanced off of his glove, kicks into the bullpen. A run will score. Foster comes to second. He has doubled, and the Reds lead 6-0. Bouncing ball up the middle. Can Morgan get it? No, sir. Base hit. Foster is home, and Knight with 5 runs batted in. 7-0 to score. Well, the last go-round for Bill Burton's Astros as far as this ball game is concerned. They trail by 7 runs. John McNamara getting Tommy Hume ready in the wings in the event he might be needed. But well, Mario Soto, the last 2 innings, has been able to overcome 2 Houston threats. In the 7th, they had a walk and a couple of base hits. But with 2 down, he induced Cabell to pop to short. And then in the 8th inning, he stranded a pair after getting the first 2 batters out on a ground out and a pop out. Cedeno single, Walling walk, but he got Ashby on a hard hit ground ball to Danny Dreesen. So this young man takes a 7-0 lead into the 9th inning in a game in which he has allowed Houston 5 hits. And to lead it off, it'll be shortstop Craig Reynolds, followed by Rafael Landistoi to bat for pitcher Bladson. And then Joe Morgan. The pitching line on Roberge, 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs. He walked a batter. Platson goes an inning, allows a base hit. Craig Reynolds is 1 for 3. He had an opposite field hit to left in the 7th inning. taking his time getting set up in the batter's box. Here's Reynolds, and here's Soto. Swung on, popped up behind the plate, but out of play. 12:30, our starting time tomorrow. A final business day special and final senior citizens day of the season. Frank Pastore will do it for Cincinnati. Kenny Force will do it for Houston. Plenty of seats available. We hope you can make it out. Here's a bunt attempt that's foul. Strike two. Reynolds again making Soto wait. County bench hanging a sign as the batter gets back in. Here's a pitch. And a ground ball slapped to first. Take a big bounce, but Dreesen has it and beats the runner to the bag. One away. That ball took an unexpected high hop on Danny Dreesen. But with the quick reflexes, he picked it off over his head and beat Reynolds to the bag. Rafael Landestoy will pinch hit for Gordon Platson. Landestoy batting .249. A home run, 26 RBIs. He's a switch hitter, one of two on the Houston Ball Club. The other, of course, being Alan Ashby. And this is the least proficient side of the plate. Against right-handed pitching, Landestoy batting .205. Against left-handers, hitting .295. Pitch from Soto. Swing and a miss. Shallow at third, Ray Knight. Now backing up a step or two. Joe Morgan waiting on deck. Swing and a miss. Mario Soto, 2 outs away now from his first shutout of the season. And his third complete game in 9 starts. So an already respectable .340 earned run average is going to dip tonight. He brings it to Landestoy, and it's just high. Right-hander kicks and he throws, and foul down the left field line. No play. Tommy Hume throwing very leisurely in the Cincinnati bullpen. Pitch. Line smash, picked off by Soto. He grabbed the line drive, or did he? It looked like he backhanded it on the front slope of the mound, but then he turned and threw on to first base, and the first base umpire, Bob Engel, gave the outside. So there's one of those confusing plays where you don't know whether he caught the line drive by the action of the umpire or whether he short-hopped it in the dirt and threw on to first to complete the put-out. At least for the time being, the official scorer, Glenn Sample, will score at a line drive that Soto catches unless we find out differently. Here's Joe Morgan, and he takes a pitch high ball. I don't think any of the umpires reacted initially to the play until he threw to first base, and then Engel said out. Swung on, pop up, that should do it. Third base side, foul ground, Ray Knight waiting, and this one belongs to the Reds. Mario Soto, brilliant again tonight. He goes the distance, limiting Houston to 5 hits as the Reds pick up an important 7-0 first game victory. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, we said at the top of the broadcast tonight that this was a must series for Cincinnati. There's no other way to soft pedal it. The Reds have to have a couple of wins over Houston and hopefully have some momentum going as they embark on the most important road trip of the year that will kick off a 3-game series Friday night in Los Angeles, and at least 50% of the way gone in the 2-game series. It was all Cincinnati tonight. Mario Soto did the pitching. He wins his 10th game of the year, his first shutout of the season, running his record to 10 wins and 6 losses, and he left the offense to a couple of big big bats, George Foster and, of course, Ray Knight. The Reds got the scoring underway in the second after Joe Niekro, bidding to beat the Reds for the fourth time this season, had set Cincinnati down in order in the first inning. Foster took him downtown with his 23rd homer leading off the second, a shot over the wall in right center, and the Reds were out in front 1-0. As things turned out, that was a game-winning RBI, and for Mr. Foster, his 13th game-winning run batted into the season. Then the big fourth inning came. With one down, Dave Concepcion single to right field. He stole second base. George Foster followed with a base on balls. Danny Dreesen grounded to first base. They got the force on Foster at second, and the Reds had runners at first and third with one out. Johnny Bench followed with a base on balls. Joe, of course, was calling the play-by-play as Ray Knight went to war against Joe Niekro, and he won it.
The stretch, the pitch. Knight swings. Fly ball deep left field. Going back, and that one is in. Fire! Yes, sir! Ray Knight, his third grand slam of the year, and the Reds take a 5-0 lead.
That, of course, turned out to be a record-tying Grand Slam home run, and in a 162-game schedule, Ray Knight ties a National League record held by a lot of people. The last man to hit 3 Grand Slams in one season, Cardinal first baseman Keith Hernandez, back in 1977. The Reds scored their final 2 runs in the 8th inning at the expense of right-hander Bert Roberge, and again, it was Dave Concepcion who started it off. He doubled to left field. George Foster doubled down the left field line, scoring Davey as Foster picks up his second RBI of the night and his 84th of the season. And Danny Dreesen followed with a base on balls. New pitcher Gordon Platson on the mound got Johnny Bench to hit into a 5-4-3 double play, but Ray Knight followed with a base hit to center field to score Foster as Ray picked up his 5th run batted into the night. Mario Soto, he was working on a 2-hit shutout going into the 7th inning. The Astros got a couple of base hits and a base on balls to load him up with 2 out, but he got Cabell on a pop-up to shortstop. Then in the 8th inning, they put 2 men on with 2 men out on a Cedeno single and a Walling walk, but Alan Ashby hitting the ball very hard, had the misfortune of hitting it directly at Danny Dreesen. Danny dug it out, went to the back for the putout, and Soto got him out 1-2-3 in the 9th inning. The Reds had 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 4 left. Houston had no runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 10 stranded. For the Reds pitching staff, it's 11th shutout of the season, and for the Astros, the 11th time they have been shut out this year. Soto is now 10-6 on the win, and the shutout lowers his earned run average to .321. Joe Niekro, the loser, he's now 16-12. Final game of the series, wrap-up of the homestand, comes up in a 12:30 start tomorrow. Frank Pastore will be seeking win number 12 against Houston right-hander Kenny Forsch. Hope you can make it out. A lot of seats available. If not, we'll be on the air with the pregame shows on most of these same stations beginning at 12 o'clock Cincinnati time. Again, the final score tonight in a game that took 2 hours and 37 minutes to play before a crowd of 25,092. The Reds 7 and the Astros nothing.